All right, hello. Today we are doing a weekly reading for March 27th to April 2nd of 2017. This is my first ever live reading, so please be gentle, dear God. And I'm working with 3 different decks. So we have the Paulina Cassidy deck. We're going to be doing a 3-card pick with Doreen Virtue's angel messages, and then we're going to pull a Seeds of Intention card, and that'll be our theme for the week. So I'll go ahead and start with that. And these, even though the purpose of them is to pull one daily, we're just going to use this as a theme for this week. So this is going to be where you are going to focus your attention, maybe noticing this theme pop up through the week. And so I just shuffled a little bit. Okay. For today, I slow down. So really take your time this week. That's going to be the main focus, is just really being patient, slowing down, taking your time, putting extra TLC into everything that you do. And then we'll do a bonus card pick. And I'm going to pick 3, and then wherever you are most drawn. What I like to do is just wherever I can't peel my eyes away from that card is the one that I feel like I need to see. And this is, again, just something that you individually can focus on this week. Let's see, that one for sure wants to come up. One more. Okay. So I'm just going to let these hang out. Here on the side there's 1, 2, and 3. So just go ahead and focus whichever card, I'll put them in the frame, whichever card you're called to is the advice for you specifically this week. And then, I don't typically read this way, but I'm getting called to do a linear read is what I would call it. So I'll show you the setup of it and how I'm going to be reading. We're going to have 4 different categories. So the first one is financial, and that's going to be the top row. The second one is your emotional health. The third one is social groups. This can be friends or family, however it resonates with you. And then we have love and romance, which is what we'll do at the end. Everyone wants to know about that. And then I'm going to pick 3 different cards, so each column is going to represent something different as well. So right now we're starting out with financial. So the financial growth period for this week, the external environment, and then the advice or focus that goes along with that. Now we're going to do emotional health, the emotional growth period, the emotional environment, and this is external forces. So this is you, external forces, and then what the advice from the cards is. So the emotional advice, and we have social groups, friends and family, growth period, external environment, and advice. And then finally, romance, love, growth period, external environment, and advice. Okay, now we'll reveal these 3 cards from Doreen Virtue. So if you picked the first card, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So anything that you've been working on or anything that, maybe you're moving into a new home or you're starting a new relationship, or there's a new business venture that you're getting going, now is you're right on track with divine timing. Even though that's always true, this is just reassurance that you can move forward with your plans. Okay, card number 2, Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Archangel Uriel is also the archangel who deals with energetic contracts between you and other people or you and other situations. And so this is really about bringing those contracts into present time and doing all of the releasing and all of the energetic work in either past relationships or current relationships to take them to the next level. This is a big relationship card, is what I'm getting right now. This is less about circumstances. This is more like a tangible circumstance or thing that's going on, and this is more about relationships, interpersonal relationships with other people. All right, and the last card, Grace and Antoinette. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Which I think that most of us don't or need practice doing to stay and being able to hold multiple perspectives in our mind at once so that we can get the full picture of the story. And so this, actually, I'm getting conflict from this card. So if there's a conflict that's been coming up, this is calling you to listen. Listen to the other side, and that's what will bring resolution to whatever situation you are dealing with right now. Okay, so those are the bonus cards. I'll put those away. All right, let's get to it. Okay, we're going to start with financial. So this is the financial growth period for this week. Oh, good old introspection. This is budgeting, planning, turning inwards. Really, this could also be calling you to manifest, practice gratitude with abundance. All of this is internal work. And so this is less about socializing and networking, and it's about what is your relationship with money internally. Is this focusing? It's a really cool card. Anyway, the Hermit, is notorious for turning inwards, setting out alone. And so this is big financial introspection. So that's really straightforward, honestly. The external environment for finances. So major transitions happening right now. Big growth. Big growth, big growth, big growth. That is what the Death card represents. So you may have had a shift in a career, a shift in where you're putting your finances. How are you investing? Something is shifting big time for you. Maybe you're investing in school, and so that's activating a lot of fear. Maybe you're investing in your business. So it's just a huge transformation, which makes sense. With the Hermit, it's asking you, okay, go back to basics. Go back to what is in alignment with you. And this is going to heal the external environment, if that makes sense. All right, and your advice for the financial environment this week? King of Wands, go for it. Go for it. Just make it happen, whatever that looks like for you. Especially if you picked card number 1. It's all about divine timing. Charge forward with your plans. Keep going with school. Keep going with your business venture. Whatever that looks like, this is just telling you to push forward and do it to the best of your ability, and everything's going to work out fine. Okay, so finances, we have a lot going on. in the best way possible. You have some big messages coming through as well. So now we're going to shift into the emotional health. So the emotional growth period for this week, 7 of Cups. So I'm picking up a lot of indecision coming from this card. This is about looking at your options. How are you approaching different situations? What exactly is the best course of action for yourself? So this is a lot about finding new avenues to communicate, to deal with your emotional health. This could be looking at different coping skills. Maybe you're trying to figure out new hobbies or reinvent something, and you're trying to figure out a new approach. So that's the growth period for your emotional health right now. So this is where you're at this week. Now we have your emotional external environment. So what's the conditions around you? Okay, so camaraderie, relationships. This could be, so with this card specifically, it could be friends or family or a romantic relationship. I'm getting camaraderie. I'm getting friendships. So this could be you're expanding into those relationships. And so you're figuring out, are you going into a new friend circle? Are you making new friends? Are you starting new hobbies and making connections with new people that you have to figure out the social waters on how to best handle yourself? That's one possibility. And then the advice for your emotional health this week. Okay, this is asking you to move away from something that doesn't serve you. So this could be old relationships, old friend groups, old patterns, old coping skills, old. This is asking you to push that out, spring cleaning. That is what this is. It's emotional spring cleaning, which is the perfect advice card for that. So now we're going to shift directly into friendships, family, roommates, however this resonates with you is what your social group category will look like. So we have your growth period, justice. So a lot of decision making going on. Look at this. You have introspection in finance. You have decision making, looking at different avenues in your emotional health. And now you have, this is a huge decision making card in your social groups. So that is right on point with everything going on in your growth period. Okay, external environment. And again, we have introspection. Again, we have retreat, focus on what's in alignment with you, what is in affinity with you, what do you want? And again, this is crazy. I can't make this up. For today, I slowed down. That's what this entire read is about. There's a lot of shifting going on, and all of these cards, especially these cards and the Six of Swords, is asking you to slow down and figure out what is it that you want, what feels good, what's in alignment with you, and what do you want to call in. Because you're releasing the old and you're calling in the new. And you're making decisions about your social groups, and this is, you are coming back into yourself and going to start making decisions about what that looks like, big picture. Okay, and the advice for your social groups. Ace of Cups. So come at the situation with love, even though you might seem to be pulling away. So if you're getting any resistance from your friends or your family, make sure you're reassuring people that they are important to you, you do love them, and you're also taking time for yourself, because that's just as important as anything else. It's not just about giving, 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 but it's about filling your own cup. It's about taking the time to focus in on what you want, and that's perfectly okay, completely acceptable. So this is an awesome read for this week, by the way. Let's see, any other messages? It looks like you're surrounded by a lot of people, a lot of abundance, but you really need to take a time out. It's like pull away a little bit, back up, see what's going on with you, and revisit all of these relationships when you have filled your own cup and taken care of yourself. Then you're going to be able to come at it in a really expansive way, but it's really time for you to do that spring cleaning. Okay, everyone's favorite. We're going to talk about love a little bit. So the romantic growth period that you're in right now is the world looking at your options. Sorry if you can hear the phone ringing. This is figuring out your ideals. Who is your ideal partner? What does that look like? What does your relationship feel like? What is this focusing? What is your ideal power dynamic? That's an important question that people don't really focus on, but this, with this going on, having a rabbit inside of a bubble, it looks like what type of power dynamics are ideal for you, because they exist no matter what. Whether you like it or not, it's just the nature of relationships. And so this, again, more introspection, more exploring options, more of the same. So this theme is showing up all the way through your growth period. Your external environment with love. So it looks like there's some disappointment that's coming to the surface for you. And again, it looks like you're leaving things behind. These two cards are very similar. You're moving away from things. This one's a little bit more positive. This looks like you're either dealing with old patterns that are showing up and you're having to confront, or it's something that you are in the midst of right now. So this could actually be a relationship that you're having where you're not feeling satisfied in certain areas. And so that's something that you're going to have to confront. Let's see. And then we have, what's the advice for your romantic relationships? Four of Wands, perfect. So this is really coming together. This is, make sure that you are, when you are dealing with this, whether it be from the past or current relationship, come into your partnerships with a sense of collaboration and open communication, honesty. Really, you're doing so much introspection this week, or introspecting this week. Make sure that you're being transparent about that, because it's really going to bring you together. And if you're not coupled, that's okay. This is about figuring out, what do you want? What's in alignment with you? What is your ideal partner? Maybe you can do some writing exercises on that. It bothers me that this isn't focusing. Okay, so what is in alignment with you? What didn't work for you in the past? And what's coming up for you now? And then really bringing your ideals together and watching that blossom into a relationship. And this is really you coming to identify, what is it that you want. This is the clarity piece. This is, I figured it out. This is what I want. I'm worthy of this. And this is, going to come together, and I feel that in my body. Okay? If you're joining late, I do have bonus cards. Go to the beginning, and I picked some oracle cards that are specific to you. It's just a 3-card pick. And thank you so much for watching. Again, this is my first video. If there's anything else you would like to see, any questions that you have about the read, please let me know. Please like this video and share it with your friends. And yeah, please, if there's anything else you want to see, drop it in the comments below, and I will see you next week. Bye. Thank you.